welcome to the Empire After Show. I'm your host, Starr Session. Dylan is out today, so we're going to send much love to him. But let's talk about tonight. Lucious and Cookie come together to bring a big collaboration with them, and they want to find Vernon. Okay. Let's talk about it, but let's introduce our host. We've got Jason Carter.
Hey everyone, hi. Yes, tonight's show was everything.
We've got Gabrielle Loren.
As Cookie Lyon.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's wearing all gold and working it.
Right.
And then
I'll be Anika, I guess.
Sure.
Yes, Anika.
I'm the filler. I'm filling in for Dylan. Hi everyone, Mercedes Allen.
Mercedes Allen in the house. So let's jump right into it.
All right,
Tonight was an amazing show. The FBI comes a-running. We start off strong. We see everything is happening. Let's talk about, do you think that they were a little too crazy for ripping everything apart?
Every time in any show, in any situation, the FBI is involved, they always have to destroy your property.
Right?
And Gabby,
Yeah.
you were saying off camera, Gabby was like, I wonder if they reimburse them.
No, I never said it like that. I said,
Do they give them, do they bill them?
if they can't find anything and there's no case, they might as well reimburse them because that's BS that they're ripping things apart and
I hear you.
ruining
They
their
should,
property.
but that's definitely not going to happen.
They
because
always
I would
cut
sue
the
them.
pillows
I would
open.
sue the FBI. That is not cool.
I would be that
Good
guy
luck.
that's like, whoa, let me cut the pillows open. That's my job because it seems like it's so much fun. You know?
I know, just cut the pillows open, what's inside. But what's
They're looking for drugs.
interesting is that the FBI comes after the Empire, so we see them running into the company. And then we see them running into, what is it called? Cookie's house.
Right.
Or
Yes.
company.
Yes.
So we were like,
Lyon
what is
dynasty.
going on with Cookie? Is she a part of it too? Why are they running in there? And then at the very end, Thirsty gives Mr. Lucious a little run for his money. He's like, hey, the FBI is coming. You might want to get out of bed. So let's talk about this whole, who was Lucious in bed with?
That's what I wanted to know. Some
Yeah,
thought,
random.
some random
Not
chick,
right.
you know.
Not important.
Holisha, that's her name, Holisha.
Holy I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Lucious enters with the knowledge. So he goes into the Empire, and he's not supposed to be in there. He has a warrant out for his arrest if he goes into there. And he enters the Empire. So he has the whole idea of, they have nothing on me. Do you think that that he was right in thinking that FBI had nothing on him?
Well, yeah, I mean, Lucy's a cocky, Lucious is a cocky SOB. He don't give a damn.
Right.
Warrants, restrictions. If
Yes.
God descended on the earth and said, Lucious, don't go inside Empire, he's still gonna go inside Empire. But he needed to rally his people and let them know that, hey, listen, when the FBI raids your place, that means you are an OG gangster. You are a bad mama jamma. So yeah, I mean,
I do agree as well, Jason, because I feel like the FBI and the police just in general, they feel like they have so much power, and
Word.
sometimes they scare people off and people don't know their rights.
Right.
So I feel like, yeah, they don't have anything on Lucius for him to not be able to walk into his own
To his own
establishment, his
place.
own
Right.
business.
In
Right.
a way, it seems like they have nothing on him, especially, by the way the detective Ford is coming at Cookie. But at the same time, when they're digging up the body later on in the episode, it seems as though with all those holes in the trees, I don't know if every single one was there. Clearly, they weren't.
Right.
When they buried the body, that someone knows what's going on. And I
Right.
feel like
Yeah.
later in another episode, we're going to find out that there is someone in the know that Vernon is dead. And that's going to be a tidbit to the FBI.
An
They're going to
arc,
come after
sure.
him for that.
Well, if you guys think that the FBI was warranted to go in and raid everybody, let us know in the comments. We are on YouTube. We are tweeting. We're using the hashtag EmpireAS. We were live tweeting, so you guys can join the conversation. We want to hear what you have to say. All right, so let's move on. We go into the next scene, and Cookie and Lucious are having a little bit of a heart-to-heart, and we're like, oh, this is sweet. They're so sweet. And then at the very end, they start name-calling. It's like, psych, they're not sweet.
Right.
They're name-calling. What did you guys think about that scene?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's typical, like, why we watch Empire, to
Right.
see Lucious and Cookie go at it. And they just always have the funniest lines. I know we had, like, some of them written down, but Cookie always comes with it. To
Every
me.
time.
Yeah.
Right?
She always brings the madness. I honestly like seeing their scenes together because, they're always at odds with each other. And I still think there's some chemistry there between the two. They
Yes.
definitely, more Lucious is still feeling her because look at Cookie looks amazing every episode.
Wait, hold on.
Coming in her
I
geometric outfit.
I didn't like the bangs, Cookie. I'm
No?
sorry, the short bangs, and in some of the scenes, the wig kept scooting back a little bit. I didn't like it. I liked it with the bandana. It was cute,
Right.
Yeah.
but I wasn't here for like all of the forehead.
Yeah,
showing.
I'm not really into the short bang ordeal. It's just
Right.
like not the look for
It's
me.
like I thought bang is to cover the forehead, not to have some of it still
I think
showing.
me and Jason are on the same page because I liked it. I
I
thought
loved
she was
it.
You were
looking
loving
good.
it?
Yeah, when I
Love the
wear my
outfit,
wig.
the
The
hair, the
outfits,
makeup.
yes, the outfits. Go ahead on, Cookie. But that hair,
But no, seriously, back to the question though.
Yeah.
I like seeing them with the quips back and forth together was awesome, and they had very valid points. Listen, family has to band together.
Yeah.
And you guys all know it's like this: you're at a barbecue, you have some outsiders come in, start messing with your cousin, right? You don't like your cousin, but no one else cannot like your cousin. You know,
Right.
so
That's
it's
true.
same thing with Cookie
You're gonna
and
take
Lucious.
cousin's
You know what I mean? It's like
side,
you
yeah.
ain't gonna talk to my cousin like you're crazy, and in tonight's episode, you're not going to handle our boys and our family like you're crazy, FBI. We need to sit together,
Exactly.
put our differences aside, and handle business.
So they stick together, and in this conversation that we're talking about, which was so fun because they were like back and forth bickering about your grandma. You look at that belly.
Stomach.
So funny, right? But in this conversation, they came to terms that, hey, we should do a music video together. And with that said, that you will not poach any of my artists like you've already done. There was
Right.
a little bit of that camaraderie there. Do you really think that Lucious is going to keep his end of the bargain?
no.
You know, no, okay. We all know Lucius is.
He's
is
already
not,
done it.
Right.
Like-
He's not the most trustworthy person. But
He lied in the episode tonight.
Yes.
Case in point.
Right.
He lied straight up in the episode when they asked about, what was it, Vernon?
Yes.
Yeah, or Bunky.
Bunky, did you
He
kill
lied
Bunky?
that he would
Hakeem's
never
face.
have done that to
I would
and he swore
never
on his
do that.
kids, right?
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
he said he would
Sworn
never
his
do
kids.
that. As well as we see a flashback with Lucious and his mom again, and what is it called when there's Child Protective Services comes
Yeah.
in? So this lady was straight up asking, like, is there problems in the home? He started lying at a young age because he was like, I want to stay with mommy,
True.
which
Right.
is kind of interesting to see that this whole flashback has happened. Do you guys think that he was? We don't know what happened next, but was he raised in foster care? Is that where this storyline is leading?
Possibly. I mean, there has to be a method to his madness, or something that must have had happened to him,
Right.
to make him be so cold, evil, and wretched. Really. So that may be revealed in the coming episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, because right now it's playing very safe because they haven't shown the mother doing anything that really, aside from the neurotics of buying all these gifts when they didn't have money for food, we haven't really seen anything major
That's
in those
true.
flashbacks.
That's true. So let's move on. Let's talk about how Andre is really trying to get back into the Empire. And he has this conversation with his dad once everyone leaves, and he's basically discussing the fact that if I help you get out of this FBI situation, will you let me back in the Empire? Do you think he was a little too desperate?
He's always been desperate. Yeah. He's been just trying. I don't understand why it's so important to run Empire. Like, why not help your mother out?
That's
and
true.
Start a new, like, startups are in today, at least in 2015. Like, why don't we just go for the newer company and see
And
where
he
it goes?
already gave the Empire to Jamal, so it's kind of like he already has betrayed you, and here you are still trailing
What?
after your dad. Why do you want it so
Approval.
bad that you're going to dig a body out? That's gonna do what? That's what I really didn't understand.
You're like,
what are you digging the body out for?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel
I
like
mean-
that's gonna tell on them.
Oh, you have a valid point, Mercedes, for sure. But audience, I identify a little bit with Andre. Is that wrong? Because I mean,
No, but
growing
why?
up, I always wanted approval from my dad and from my brothers. So, and especially in the situation where you have a lot at stake, there's a lot of powerful entities and a lot of powerful elements that are a part of Empire that
That's true.
I would want to have under my control as well. And also, when you've been ostracized from something, I mean, I've never been kicked out of a family, but just imagine being removed from your family and the family business.
That's true.
You feel like an outsider looking in, and that doesn't feel good for anyone. So, I mean, and also, Andre said God was talking to him.
Yes.
God had been visiting him
He's
in
getting
his dreams.
baptized next episode.
Next episode, there's a lot going on, so let's talk about this
Yeah.
whole Jamal
Yeah.
situation. So Jamal is in the bathroom, and Rhonda's like, "What is going on, honey?" But you made a great point. She's looking at him as if, is it God or is it your bipolar disorder? Do you
Right.
guys think it's that he's really going through the spiritual path? Because I haven't seen him go to church once.
Well, in the beginning, it seemed as though it could have been the bipolarness coming out. But then as he's kept getting into it, it sounded more like, oh, okay, you just want a piece of your father's company.
Right.
It doesn't seem as like harsh as it could be with a mental illness, is it?
Yeah, mental illness, absolutely. When I was watching the scene, I honestly thought that maybe, because the look on Rhonda's face, ladies and gentlemen, was like, hold on. Have you been taking your meds?
Well,
like, you know what I
well,
mean?
it was very much, what did God say
Yeah,
to
like,
you,
Yeah.
honey?
What
Like
did
a
the-
little.
what did
Well, that was because she was concerned about him digging the body up.
Yes, that's true.
why she was like, what are you talking about? What's about to happen?
Yeah. Well,
But I honestly want to say that he's genuine about this godly path that he's trying
Okay.
to
I
find.
agree.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm on the godly path with you. I feel like, or with him as well.
Sinners.
I feel like I want to see more of the Jennifer Hudson character come back,
Sure.
to be honest, because when it comes down to it, she spawned this whole thing for Andre, but she's left the show. So I want
Yeah.
to see a little bit more of
She
that.
sparked this renaissance for him, and then she's poof,
Disappeared.
gone. Yeah.
Boom.
Really, really
There you
weird.
go.
Really
And
weird.
I do have to say that I think it's going to get a little bit worse. I think he's going to be hearing other voices that maybe go from the spiritual end to becoming more bipolar.
That's true.
And it's going to create more drama.
Well, I honestly would love a revisitation of maybe, I know this is so wrong, but
Yeah.
a bipolar episode. I think because we saw some of the best moments and best acting in
From
Trai
Andre,
Byers
yes.
in those scenes. And also, honorable mention to Rhonda. She's a ride
Ride
or
or
die.
die,
And
yes.
Rhonda's like, yo, this is my man. I'm going to dig up that body with my
Pregnant
man.
and all.
Pregnant and all.
That
No
was crazy
play.
to me. That was
Yo.
a little bit much, I feel like. He shouldn't have had her out there pregnant, digging up a dead body. Even if you're like, honey, you are my ride
That's
or
so
die.
true. So if you guys
My
think that
baby ain't
Rhonda should have
not
really
gonna
went
die.
out there and helped dig up the body, let us
Yeah.
know in the comments. We are live
This kid's
right
going to come
now.
out bipolar too, by the way.
Because really,
Exactly.
she didn't help much. I mean,
Well,
what did she
we
do
saw.
that was
She
so
was like, hurry, honey, hurry. All right, wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
You know?
it's so funny.
She didn't
All right, so
need
let's
to be
move on. So we go into the music video, which is the best part of the show. I love the music. The theme of the music video was post-apocalyptic Black Panther. Boom.
Teacher,
How did you guys feel about this theme?
Did anyone also feel that was a total rip on California Love
Yes.
from Tupac and Dr. Dre? I swear that is the same
It's the
set they
same-
used.
And see, I don't remember the video.
I don't
But
remember
okay.
what?
We-
I know.
Okay, we're a
We-
little,
we
we're a
have
little
to-
older.
Am I dating myself?
No, I don't know. But the dome was definitely California Love.
The,
It was-
the car,
the
it was
car.
so. All we needed was Tupac and Dre and like a sideways cap, and it was boom.
The
done.
resurrection, come on. Like,
I mean, it was like too much. But I thought the video was great, and I thought Starr kept saying, "Go ahead, come through, choreographed dancers." They were really on
Yes,
point.
they were really on point. They were hitting it 1, 2, 3, and 4,
They
5,
were.
6, and drop it low. A little bit of that. Too much.
Glitched and everything.
Too much.
And I'm gonna
It was
say,
real fun.
I really love. I've said it before. I really love the music this season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Better than the first
Yes.
season. I'm feeling it. Like
They
I'm
got
about
their
to go download every single song that was on tonight.
They
right
got
now.
their flow, I feel like. So
The
I'm
first
really
season,
liking
the music
it.
was good too.
I wanted to
This
also
is
touch on a
by
little
far
bit.
my
I think we in the beginning we're talking about alliances and Cookie and Lucious, but also Cookie and Anika, because Anika was like, hey, can we be friends? Can we kind of kiki? Can we go get some Starbucks together?
I really thought this relationship was really I thought they were gonna stick together as women.
Girl power. No.
Didn't happen. Didn't
I
happen
didn't
this
think
episode.
so. Too easy.
Anika's
for
like
the storyline.
Anika's last season. Anika was fierce, fabulous, on point. Boom. Now she's like,
Weak.
I don't know, Anika. You might get written off real quick.
might
Yeah.
go.
She's got no one
the
in her
weekly.
corner. That's why.
And it's very sad because last season she also had a loss with Lucius and the family ordeal, her parents getting involved, and so you kind of were wanting more for her. And also a couple of episodes ago we saw her really man up to Lucius and be like, no, I'm not going to play your game.
So you think that was the wrong call for her to go on Cookie's side now that Cookie has thrown her under the bus?
I mean, when she took the wrong turn was dating Hakeem in my
Boom.
eyes. You're never going to get back on Lucious's good side when you're dating one of his sons. That makes
the
no sense.
youngest one.
The youngest one out of all of them.
Yeah, let's point that out.
So let's go back to the music video. So during the music video, Cookie goes outside to take a phone call. Then we see her get arrested, and she makes a great point because this was a big thing in news. And she said, if I die while being in custody, I did not commit suicide, which was a big story in the news headlines over the summer.
Yes.
Do you guys remember this?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And-
So
Sandra Rose
it's really interesting that they put
situation.
that in there. So that's just a little side note. But what I absolutely love is that the detective, Miss Titties, we like to call her, or
AKA Miss Roxanne Ford.
yes, she cross-examines her, and Cookie cracks under the pressure. What do you guys think about her story she gave to Detective?
I think she
Ford.
was smart.
Smart.
Okay, Cookie didn't really crack. She like cracked the egg open. Like you thought you got something, but good luck.
Yes.
Right.
You know, and that's why I love Cookie because she's an OG.
Yeah.
Also,
know?
we saw, and also in the flashback, we saw you. I think Cookie made the. You saw her wanting to end her life, talking to God, saying, "Please, just, let me die," which was very, very powerful. Taraji, there's a reason why you are an Oscar-nominated actress because tonight she really gave you. She took you there because I can imagine being in a cell. She's back in jail or adjacent. And then going through or having
She had the
having
emotions
flashbacks,
again.
of being locked up again. She was locked up for damn near 20 years.
I mean, I would say
Yeah.
what we saw was something. She was traumatized.
Right.
So you're traumatized from being in jail, and then you go back into a holding room. You're gonna have those emotions go back.
But with that said, and I agree with you 100%, Mercedes, she's not dumb.
That's when you get
No.
creative. You start having
Exactly.
flashbacks like, ooh,
Yup.
I don't want to go back there
You reach
again.
way
you
back
start
and
getting
like-
creative with the stories. Like, you
Yes.
know what? I got something to tell you.
Right.
But we can't not mention the whole interaction between Detective Ford and Cookie when she's like, "Girl, I'm not feeling that wig," and then when
Yeah.
she finally gives up the juice or the story she gets to get out of jail, she's like, "Girl, I'm liking your weave." She switches it up because she knows it's a weave. # weave. And then she's like, "Girl, I'm liking your wig." I just love that whole
Right.
moment.
Commercial break.
Commercial
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Meanwhile, let's talk about Portia though. Why'd she sell her out?
Why did Portia jump over the turnstile in the first place? She got money.
Yeah.
She's been getting paid.
Portia's
through
not
her
the
boss and
sharpest.
bus.
Yeah, that was shady, Portia. You
Yeah,
did
she's not the sharpest
have to
pencil
do
in the
that.
box. you
All right,
know.
so let's move on. You guys join the conversation. Use the hashtag EmpireAS. We are talking about Empire all week long, and we want you to join the conversation, okay? All right, so let's move on a little bit. We've got Andre and Rhonda digging up the body. Now, we touched on it a little bit, that the X marks the spot was this little hole on a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Real
writing,
smart.
I'm liking that a little bit, but I love how they zoomed out and they were like, Rhonda starts freaking out, like, "Oh, there's holes on all the trees."
And then a car is coming, and it's like, oh, who's that?
Exactly. So Lucious and Thirsty shows up.
Thirsty.
Let's talk about this. How do we feel about Thirsty and his machines and how he gets in and out of everything?
He's a little too convenient for comfort. Like to just have a machine. Oh, I used to have barbecues and stuff. It's kind of weird, but that's
No.
his character. I mean, we all have a friend that can get you something really quick. Like you need the new Jordans, boom, call Ray Ray. He's got the new Jordans before they even release. You all have a friend
There's
like that.
definitely
That's true.
something with this lawyer that I don't know yet because
Right.
it's like he's a little too good to be true.
Exactly.
So it is kind of like, what are you here for, and how are you helping us in every situation? There's got to be a turn to that.
There's got to be something
Yeah.
going on there.
And this whole thing with the holes in the trees, I find it very weird because did we ever notice the one hole when this actually happened when they buried the body?
I mean,
Did anyone
if we
remember
go
that?
back, maybe,
Maybe.
but I'm not sure. But it was just, I don't know. It was just really interesting because we had a few conclusions before they told us what was really happening. We were like, are there cameras in the holes?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
Or,
thought.
You
Right.
know, how many
All
trees
of
do
it.
have these holes? Like we started speculating a little
Right.
bit.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. I think it's deeper than what's on the surface. I think maybe there's cameras in there. Maybe the FBI knows that there is something going on, and
Or maybe Thirsty's in
or
cahoots
Thirst-
with the
something.
FBI, and that'll
right.
be revealed as well. Who
I was
knows?
actually thinking that too at one point, that Thirsty was in cahoots. That's why there's a little bit of shade of, he just is so convenient. He's
Right.
always there. He really pushed to get Lucious as a client.
Right.
Well, let's go back to the music video. So we've got Lucious, who is luring Hakeem in with a beat. He's like, "Come back. You like this beat? Come back to Empire." Do you think that Hakeem will come back to Empire?
Hakeem is the weakest of the bunch.
Yes.
I mean, even seeing him in the bar drinking. I don't think is he 21 to
No.
be drinking that had he was
Right.
drinking. Hakeem is the easily sorry, the
Influence.
weakest
Yeah.
of the Lions.
So he's
His
in,
roar isn't that loud.
his roar isn't that
no,
loud.
it's like a meow versus her, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's called Empire for a reason, and I think that everyone's going to end up coming back to Empire. I don't think Lion Dynasty is going to last at all.
Mercedes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that
Family first.
Hakeem he's very ride or die with his mom right now. He's on her bandwagon. But when it comes down to the painting, when he walks into the music video, and this lovely Mr. Warhol painting is shown of Jamal, which is really interesting. Hakeem is threatened. He's
Yeah.
like, why is this here? If
Right.
mommy was here, mommy would take it down. And I just love the way that Lucious definitely kind of
Dismissed the
dismisses him.
momminess. Yeah. Like, listen, that's why you're not running Empire, because you need your mommy around for everything. So
crazy.
You know, I have a twin brother, and
Yeah.
and so as someone
Jason,
who,
I never knew that. That's
really?
crazy.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I have a twin brother.
Right.
His name
What
is
if this
Brandon.
wasn't Jason right now? Like,
I'm secretly Brandon. No. And so, in that moment, watching that scene, it took me back to a time where I was actually Hakeem, and I was so jealous of my twin brother. And yeah, so I got it. But talking about the painting and how when they were creating the painting and Jamal's robe and the music and everything, it was just also so campy for me. But you know, Hakeem needs he needs to grow up. He needs something really bad needs to happen to him, not in a sense of death or anything like, you know, harming him, but maybe...
Well, he wasn't really shook by. I mean, there was this big fight that happens on the set, and they start pushing each other, and it's just like he grabs a bat, and everyone is shocked by this. They're like, "What is going on? Is he really going to hit him with the bat?"
This kid's nuts.
This kid's nuts. And then he goes to the jazz. He goes to the jazz bar where he's like having a cocktail, which is really interesting. Do you think he's going to grow up at all?
He will. I mean, of course he is. I mean, maybe not this season, maybe not during the next couple of episodes, but yeah, eventually he will. And it's just that brotherly. You love your brothers,
That's
you love
true.
your sisters. You know, it's just men are there's testosterone, there's a lot going on, and so he's just jealous. And Jamal's face when he was about to get hit with the bat was priceless. He was like.
it was almost like, I can't even hit you because you just look so pathetic there on the floor.
Well, what's going on between Jamal and this whole painting? Because Michael at the very end seemed threatened. Like, what's going on, boo? Is he liking the painter, or is he just?
I think he likes his work, but Michael is too fine. That painter looks scruffled and
like
just
a young
not like
Tom Green.
Yeah, not like his type. So.
Michael, if we harken back to last season, Michael was thrown by the wayside by Jamal. Michael was put out to pasture by the whole family.
Right.
So he's threatened by when you love someone, you're always afraid of losing them, no matter what. Like even in the good, because you love that person, they're an intricate, intrinsic part of your life. So I think that in that moment. He's noticing when someone's making a Warhol-esque painting of you, you've arrived.
You arrived.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so Michael's seeing that Jamal's going, like I said, to the dark side more and more every episode. And again, when you love someone, you want to protect them, and you see what's for them before they can see it for themselves.
Interesting. Yeah. So let's wrap up this episode that we saw tonight, which was amazing. We see that they finally dig up Vernon's body, okay?
Yeah.
And there's a eulogy over the body in the trunk by Andre, which is like a little ridiculous. And then Mr. Lucious had his own eulogy. Do you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah.
You snitch. Burn in hell, you snitch.
That was the shortest eulogy ever.
Seen. And we're like, our whole thing is, what is she going to do with the body? And we see Detective Titties. Can we hashtag that? Can that be our new hashtag? Detective Ford. She gets in her car and she's all about like, we got Lucious. We're going to find him. She gets in the car. Vernon's decayed body is sitting right there. Do you think this is going to cause some trouble in Empire?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so funny because, they think they were off the hook because they don't have anything, yet they literally dug up a body for something to be found.
Yeah.
Right.
Why in your right mind would you ever get yourself in trouble like that? And then stick it in the detective's car.
Is it going to backfire on them?
That's the question.
Like, how do you just bring the evidence to the FBI? Like, here you go.
Exactly.
Here's the dead body you've been looking for.
We're like, you're
Well,
welcome.
We didn't do it though.
Mr. Thirsty, I'm sure he has some tricks up his sleeve, and I'm sure he probably left a few plants there. But if you guys think that the if Vernon's body is going to lead to Empire kind of crumbling, let us know in the comments. We really want to know what you guys think.
Yeah, I really want to know if you think it's gonna work and why.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
will
like
it
I'm
really
interested
work?
to know, like, where are they going with this writing?
Well, that's
know.
what I thought though too, because I mean, even watching the show, I was like shock value, like oh, and then it was great, you know,
Yeah.
because it was done, episode was done. But then logically, it was like, okay, Gabby, why would you? That's like me stealing. Like, look, I stole your car. Here it is.
Yeah.
All right,
know.
guys, sound off in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say. Use the hashtag EmpireAS. We're going to be back with your questions, your feedback, right after this commercial break.
The way she screams was everything.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it. That was freaking
How did we not figure it
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah?
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Like, kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
Shade. Shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way in the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's going to happen.
That was killed.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Empire After Show. We're so glad that you're sticking around. We've got some fan questions about tonight's episode, which was epic. Jason, take it away.
Yes. First of all, thank you guys all so much for tweeting us. We love hearing from you online. Yes, awesome stuff. Our first tweet comes from Itzy Miss Rich. She's from Chicago. She's a huge fan of the show. And her tweet is, her question is, I guess it would be, what makes him risk the upcoming arrest to go back into the Empire offices? And we touched on that earlier.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
She says, why would Lucious risk being arrested again going back into the Empire offices? I was just reading her tweet word for word. But, like we said earlier, he's hardcore. It doesn't come high hell or water, as no one's going to keep him out from his company in a
That
time
you've worked
of
this
crisis.
hard to get.
Exactly.
You're not just going to let anybody walk over it.
Well, what's
Right.
interesting is that no one was really coming for him. No one's really watching him. It's not like he has an ankle bracelet on. So right now, the feds were going through all of
Well, Detective Titties is on him.
on his
pretty
case. That's
Yeah.
true. But the feds were rummaging through all the stuff. They don't have time to see where Lucious actually is.
Yeah, and one word. Fearless.
Ooh.
Fearless, yes. Hashtag fearless. And our second tweet comes from I Am Ray Styles. He's a huge follower of the Empire After Show, and he wants to know whose body was that, Bunky or Vernon? And you know what? Check this out. We were just talking about why would they put a body. Who's to say that that's not any of the body? That could be another body they put as a decoy, or that could be just them.
No.
You don't think?
No. Well, as we
I
all
didn't
know,
think
Because
about that.
seriously, because
It is like, why would you guys
Right,
dig up Vernon's
exactly.
body and put it?
it could
have
be
a point,
like,
Jason.
that because we're all puzzled.
Okay,
So maybe that's why they did that, to puzzle Detective Titties. Can we call her that? Is that PC?
are people getting mad at us about it?
No,
Probably
but
not.
I don't want people like, he called her Detective
Detective
Titties.
Ford,
It is
okay.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so it's cool.
So, well, then there you go.
Yeah. But so who knows? Great question.
Thanks for sending in your question. Keep
Yeah.
sending in your question. We love it. Use the hashtag Empire AS. And we've got some people on the live chat on our YouTube page. And I want to say that I can see you, Demetrius, Sierra Hinton. We've got some tons of fun people. Michael Jackson is on, which is kind of fun. But here's a fun question from Sierra Hinton. How much you want to be that thirsty is going to blackmail Lucious into signing him as an artist or Empire? Okay, so that was good.
Oh my God.
How much you want to bet is what they said.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a little twist to Mr. Thirsty, because we don't know what's going on with his character.
I don't think he'll blackmail him into being an artist, but I do think he will blackmail him for a stake in the company, more money, or the whole company. Who knows? Because, like you said, very convenient, and you keep your enemies closer, right?
True. Yeah, that's true.
And let's shout out, we've got Ryan Argan, we've got Melissa Stewart, we've got so many fun people who are joining in on the live chat. We want you to join on the live chat weekly, so share this link with a friend. Make sure everyone's going to thestream.tv/Empire. We're blogging, we're talking about Empire all week long. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm Starr Session.
I'm Jason Carter. Thank you for watching, you guys.
Mercedes Allen.
And I'm Gabby Loren.
And we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. We're out.
Bye.
For more Empire After Show, click subscribe.